Okay, so nobody's touched this roof in 20, 30 years. Look at this. Here's a size 11 for comparison. That's how big that is. This is completely shot. I'm not going to stick my finger in it. The material here is completely just giving all it's got to give. It's like a tire once you start to see the steel treads. Look at this. It's 100 little holes. So somebody tried to nail some ice shield over this, but that within itself doesn't solve this problem. Look at this. It's wide open, split. So imagine if you had a tire like this. Here's a whole chunk of roofing material that's missing. And that's not the only place. Here also. And then we have this granulated that is just long gone. If you look closely here, you can see how there's a lighter color here. The reason for that is that shows you that water is getting underneath of there, and then the sun's cooking it, and it discolors the material from underneath. Oh no, blind nails. I don't want to have to be the one to tell you this, but you need a new roof, babe. This was put on by a do-it-yourselfer or a handyman or somebody's grandfather with good intentions, probably. God. But they ran this out, because this is what they tell you to do at Home Depot, is run it out and then nail it and put roofing cement over it. Which basically, after the cement fails, which it always does, you're wound up with a bunch of nail holes. And this. See this? You have entire chunks of roof missing. This, I'm going to show you something. I don't want to play with this too much. Look at this. It's gone. Just gone. Gone. Seam is open. Nails across it. The material gone. Gone. It's split. Look at this. If you had a tire that had this many wide open gouges and splits in it, you wouldn't be able to drive half a block. Now, this is squishy, but it's not weak. I'm a fat boy. I'm 225 pounds. There's nothing weak, but look at this. You've got just whole chunks of roof mist. Nobody's touched this roof in forever. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but you need a new roof. You need a rubber roof. Not this mineral surface roll. This is hot asphalt. This is an old 4-ply hot tar system here. I used to put these on in the late 90s with the kettle and the mop. That's how old this is. It's what, 24? Yeah, I'd say this roofing system's 30 years old. Look at it, just entire pieces. Look, this is just completely open. Let me show you this next to my shoe, just to give you an idea. It's wide open. Another chunk missing. It's like that everywhere. The sides are crumbling apart. The main is a 30-year-old hot asphalt system that somebody tried to put black coating on to stretch the life out. The problem with that is the black coating dries out and it separates, as you can see. Somebody had tried to aluminum coat it, but aluminum coating and black coating are not waterproofers. what they are is they go in and they fill the cracks, but they do that primarily to protect against the sun. You'll see other people with aluminum coated roofs, but that's supposed to act much in the way of my son, who's down at the foot of the ladder, so his light skin to keep it from burning and blistering from the sun, which is what ultimately causes this. But if the silver coating isn't done, like every 3 to 5 years religiously, then what happens is the roof dries out, splits, and it looks like this. And this is everywhere, my dear. Everywhere. On the back of the mansard wall. This is the side of the house, by the way, in case you're curious. You can see your neighbor's bush there. This whole side, that whole front, that whole parting wall there, just shot in the deck. It's just... my hands are tied here. There's no repair that I can do here or there on a roof in this condition. Not with the parting walls being in the shape that they're in. And it's everywhere. Everywhere. The entire length of this wall, just chunks of roof missing. This hasn't been touched or maintained in a decade or more. There's water escaping here because this material is so porous and there's so many of these nail holes. See how you can detect moisture around there? There's so many of these nail holes. Again, you can detect the moisture from the discoloration of the material around it. There's that white lighter staining I'm telling you about. There's no reason for this to be here. Watch. Just to make it bubble up. Because this whole top has become porous. So we've run into these before. Clifton Heights, Ridley. Water just escaping out from around the nail holes. And what we had to do was go along, pull all the nails out of each seam, close them up, and then run rubber from one end to the other. So it's not a here or there, just chunks of the roof missing. There's no repair I can attempt here. Sorry. But it is what it is. Was not put on the best with this blind nail system. See the discoloration? The reason why we have to go around and pull all the nails out is because when the roof expands and contracts according to the temperature, all those nails loosen up and become points of entry for precipitation. 30-year-old roofing system. And the reason why you're seeing water up by the pent is because how could you not? It's like having an umbrella with 1,000 slices and holes in it. These are all holes. It's material that's missing, is what you're seeing. So you're seeing water in a few places, but it's taking it everywhere. Sorry to say.